All right, Shalom. I want to start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Arakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. I want to start out the book of 2 Ezra, chapter 15, verse 12. It says, Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that the Most High shall bring upon it. America, Babylon the Great, the daughter of Babylon, is also known or referred to as in the scriptures is a place which is spiritually called Sodom and Egypt, that great city. Okay, so this is the Egypt that is speaking of that shall mourn. All right, ancient Egypt, they mourned in their time when the Lord sent 10 plagues upon them. Well, guess what? A plague is coming to America, Babylon. Plagues are coming to America, Babylon the Great as well. All right. And the ultimate plague that's going to come is that thermonuclear destruction. But let's read this. Let's jump to verse 11. Matter of fact, it says, but I will bring them. Let's start at verse 10. It says, behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. And this is how our people are, right? A bunch of sheep. And they don't know that they're, amongst a bunch of wolves, a bunch of wolves, in sheep's clothing, right? Now, this can be from the elites, as the scriptures talk about them as having 2 horns like a lamb, but speak as a dragon, because they do come with you with this peaceable forked tongue, speaking sweetly with their lips, but in their mind, it's to what? It's to deceive you and to destroy you. All right? This is who we're dealing with. But see, we also have this amongst our people as well. People that are complete wolves. So it says, behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. And this is where our people are being led to, right? Straight to destruction by following the ways of the serpent, just as Eve did in the garden. Right? It says, I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt, but I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before. What? As before, and I will destroy all the land thereof. See, this is talking about America, right? The daughter of Babylon, spiritually Sodom in Egypt. Just as Egypt was smitten with plagues, right? America, Babylon the Great is going to be smitten with plagues, right? So it says, Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that the Most High shall bring upon it. So there is no God bless America. Okay? There's utter destruction which is coming to Babylon the Great. All right? It says, they that till the ground shall mourn, for the seed shall fail through the blasting and hail, and with a fearful constellation. And you see this happening right now. This is increasing. Okay? Farmers are mourning. Fishers are mourning, right? As people are not able to gather in abundance anymore, right? Isaiah 19 talk about the fishers shall lament, and I didn't heard various different stories and articles and people doing speaking out about it, how places which used to have an abundance of fish no longer have it. Why? Because you have the overfishing, right? And different things like the fish being poisoned, by the different chemicals that's in the water. The trash or the garbage, That's all up in these rivers and just in a different watery, which is now affecting these the sea life, the creatures of the sea. So all this has have an effect, on these different creatures, the things that's taking place, even with like dealing with the weather, the CERN or the HAARP device, or devices, these things, these things manipulate the weather, okay, which also can have a effect on animals, have an effect on the crops, But see, we know why all this is being set up, okay? Because really, E wants you to eat this 3D laboratory BS that he wants to present unto you, or bugs, He wants you to eat a freaking roach burger, right? See, these are some of the talks that have been talked about for years. They've been coming up with ideas and plans. This is in their conversation. What we're going to feed these people. Okay, let's move away from natural, right? Let's move away from what's natural. Let's GMO this, GMO that, laboratory this, 3D that. This is what we're coming to. And we don't even know what the hell we really even eating and drinking anyway. For real. But going back to this, right? So these, the fishers and the farmers, right? People in the farming industry, they're in mourning. Okay, and E is putting more hell on them because he's trying to squeeze them out so we can eat this fugazi food, this Frankenstein food. So that's why he's destroying, the crops and, crops which affect, the cattle as well. That whole industry is all torn up. Look at the listing of all the different plants and cattle factories that have been burned, right? Burned down to the ground. 100,000 chickens there, 50,000 chickens there, 10,000 cows there. Like, come on, man, really? And you see this over and over and over and over and over and over, right? Because we know there's an agenda behind it. And you people might see these things on the news and think these different things might not affect you. Yeah, these things are going to affect you, and it's going to affect the cost of what you're going to pay for these things as well too, right? But you people don't understand that, because he's really making it a way, for a scarcity of food, especially naturally, so to speak, of what we even have left of that. All right, so you people are about to be in a mourning state. Okay. So that's why the people, of the ground is going to mourn, because they're not going to be able to produce anything. Okay? They're not going to be able to produce, and people are not producing, as they used to, or as they would like, due to the various different things that this devil, the clamps that this devil have put upon them, via his technology. Via his law, his different devices, whatever he uses, because he's a slick devil. All right. So verse 14, it says, "Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. One people should stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands." And we're coming into that. We're coming into those times. We are coming into those times where you're going to see people at WA war with each other. It's going to be, you're going to see hand-to-hand combat, bat-to-bat, rake-to-rake, machete-to-machete, a Smith & Wesson versus a Ruger. You know, you get the idea. These things we're about to witness. All right, as people are continuing to lose their mind, you know, in this cesspool that we live in. Right? Because really, he bugging everybody out. You know, got people losing their minds, stressed out, depressed, you know, confused under the rule of this nigga. Everybody, you know, going insane. People are really at the point where it's like they're one, you know, honk of a horn while they're waiting at the traffic light before they snap out. You know, they're one jip in line at the grocery store before they just lose it. You know, one bump, one accidental shove. You know, yeah, people are ready to lose it, right? So we're going to see these things take place. Verse 16, for those should be sedition among men and invading one another. They should not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. You see, and we coming into those times where the people want to say to hell what the GOV got to say. They like, look, you couldn't protect us, right? You ain't taking care of us. You ain't serving us. So we gotta do what's in our best interest, because following you wasn't the way. So we got to make our own way. We're about to see people in complete rebellion against the authorities that be. You know, militia groups that's going to be formed, gangs that's going to continue to form and come together. But they're going to combat who? They're going to combat the authorities. They're going to have no regard unto the authorities. Right? Which is going to lead up to a lot of different things taking place. Okay, which could lead up to this, right? A man shall desire going to a city and shall not be able. Which could lead up to that. You know, martial law. You know, who knows? Dealing with these different pestilences that he want to release out here. Might have quarantine zones. You know? Or we know, we see the digital thing that he's trying to come up with of this whole social credit score system, where if your social credit score ain't at a certain, range, then you can't enter into this part of the city, or you can't enter into this certain establishment. We know he coming with some type of madness like that. You know? Now he get. Right? So we're definitely coming into these times, as we read in the book of Esdras. Esdras 9, Esdras 15, Esdras 16. Yeah, we coming into that. Right? So this is where we're headed. So this is why I'll read verse 18. It says, for because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil the goods, because the lack of bread and for great tribulation. This is what we are headed, or where we are headed. Okay, a time of trouble like never before. As we always mention, Jacob's trouble. As we always mention in the book of Daniel, the 12th chapter, how Michael the archangel is going to have to stand up for us. You see? So this is what we are coming into. All right? And we're warning and we're telling our people that these things that we're reading about, this will happen. Right? This is going to take place. Matter of fact, I'll end off with that. Let me get this. The book of Habakkuk chapter 2 verse 3 says, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, though it speak. Slakia says, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. So these things that we speak about on a regular, right? We are about to witness these things live. live and direct. These things that we see is happening in these other countries, these other third world countries that we see, so to speak, the chaos, the riots, the famine, the sedition among men, all these different things that we see. We're going to witness these things here in the daughter of Babylon, Babylon the Great. Just watch and see. Right? The Bible has never, lied. Prophecy has never failed. And people think all of a sudden it's just everything's gonna hope. Why? Because the daughter of Babylon is ruling? Huh? Nah. Not happening. We're gonna see these things. Lord willing, everything is sooner than we think. Shalom.